Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on Lockdown Friday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to Perth in particular and speak to another Premiership team that won the Perth Football League competition about a month ago. And of course, we're going to Swans Athletic in particular. And of course, they won the Premiership, as I mentioned, a month ago. And in a very close match, it was 2. And of course, we got 4 very special guest joins right now from that Premiership team to tell us all about it. Thanks all for you for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Will.
I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and what position all you played on the field on grand final day.
I'll go first. My name's Liv, and I played in the ruck on grand final day.
My name's Gemma, and I played fullback on grand final day.
My name's Charlotte, and I played on the wing.
And I'm Kelly, and I played full forward.
Tell us a little bit about the season leading up to grand final day.
The world's longest pre-season. So it felt like it was like the longest season before we even started playing games.
Sure.
Yeah, just when we thought we were about to get into it, everything sort of come to a grinding halt and put the brakes on things, and we thought we probably weren't going to get to play footy this year, I think, for a while there.
Did you go through the season undefeated?
Yes, we did.
That is fine.
I guess, how nerve-wracking was it going to grand final day, knowing that you didn't lose a game compared, I think, and I mentioned it to another club that was in the same situation, that obviously they went through the season undefeated and obviously got the job done. Was it a relief to get through it? And I guess how nervous was it at the start of the game to try to avoid not losing your first game on the bigger stage?
I don't know about everyone else, but I felt like I put a lot of pressure on myself. I think it just added that little bit more pressure just to make sure we kind of got through to the end without losing a game, especially losing right at the end in the grand final. You don't want to do that. So.
Yeah, I agree. And I think especially because the team we were up against, they were kind of like an unexpected team to get there. So there was a lot of kind of, like, everyone expected us to win. So then the pressure was just so much more on the fact that we had to get this one in the bag.
Yeah.
I guess for me, because I think during the season I didn't play against them, so I didn't know what to expect. So I was pretty nervous, and I didn't really want to go in kind of expecting that we were going to win. And I think when the game started, we quickly realised that it wasn't going to be as easy as what everyone maybe thought. And, you know, there was a point in time where I didn't know if we were going to win. So, yeah, like before the game, though, it was pretty nerve-wracking. But we're on the bus. We got a lot of young girls who, like to rap and sing and get our moods up. But, yeah, like once we hit the ovals, had to switch into mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just going in without, it was a completely different game. So just making sure that we didn't put too much pressure on ourselves and think that we were going to go in and win.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the grand final itself.
Well, it was a bit of a nail biter. It was sort of up and down throughout the whole game, and there was points where I didn't think we were going to really pull through and get it, but Kel kicked the winning goal after the siren, so got us over the line just at the last minute. So thank God for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there was one point at any time when we went in at quarter time and we thought that we had it in the bag. Even up to 3/4 time, it was anybody's game. Very nerve-wracking.
Kelly, I'm going to ask you this question because you kicked the last goal to win the game for the team. Tell us, what was the lead up to it, and when you got that kick away and the ball was heading towards goal, were you confident that was going to go in?
No. I guess in the lead up we were pretty it was just a battle pretty much the whole game. I think we were 7 points down in the fourth, and the ball's probably being played between both halfbacks, so it was just in the middle of the oval most of the time. And then Taya, one of our forward line players, kicked a goal and then a quick point after, which levelled us up. And then I remember the ball going down to the other end, and I think Gemma was on her own and somehow defended it. It's come back. I think at 3/4 time, our coach made a play and put Carla, our midfielder, and Shannon, who's our halfback, at half forward. And just sitting there hoping that the ball would kind of come. I think for the most of the game, I don't think I put in too much. I didn't really make an impact. And I remember saying to Shannon, you got to push through. Meanwhile, she's probably ran 5 times the amount that I did the whole game. But I was telling her, you've got to push through. But yeah, I just remember the ball being on the left-hand side. Somehow it's come out to Liv. And I probably pushed up a lot higher than I normally would. And yeah, I don't even know how I marked it. Felt like it was my only touch all game, to be honest. And then when I did mark, it was a bit of a distance out than what I would normally kick. So I was just thinking, aim at the left-hand post and hopefully someone will punch it through. I probably should have aimed for the point because that would have been closer. But yeah, I must have just, in the back of my mind, without even realising, gone for glory. And I thought it hit the post, so I was celebrating thinking that it hit the post, and 5 minutes later it said actually went through. So now it was lucky.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was good. I've been setting the scene and letting everyone know about it, so I might seem a bit modest. But yeah, if anyone asks me about it, I let them know I kicked it from 65 out, even though it was probably about 30.
Well, we've regressed from kicking it from the back line then, so that's good. It's getting better.
Yeah. In 5 years' time, I'm sure the story's going to get even better. So that's good. Yeah, it's a good win. I actually remember thinking, before the ball kind of came down, I just remember thinking, I don't want to be sad tonight. I want to win and I want to be happy tonight. And so it was a nice feeling because it really could have went either way. And I think when I marked the ball, I kind of took my time because our midfield just looked so buggered. And yeah, they'd just been killing it all year. And I just, like I said, I felt bad because it probably didn't make as big as impact as I wanted. And I thought if I don't make the distance, at least we'll go extra time and give our midfielders a bit of a rest so they can come back on and kill it, yeah.
When the final siren went, and obviously you end up winning that game by about a goal, tell us what was it like?
Relief.
I feel at first I didn't realize we'd won. I just kind of stood there and I was like, what the hell? What's just happened? And then it wasn't until someone came running up and hugged me from behind. I was like, oh my God, we won. And it just all hit me and it was just pure happiness, really. Just couldn't believe it.
I think everyone was so exhausted by the end of the game. But yeah, I don't think I've seen us all run as fast as everyone ran over to Hell after that time.
Yeah.
On top of her, I just felt that was it. It was just I don't know. It's I literally get goosebumps thinking about it now.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. How'd you go, Gemma? Did you run from the back line?
Yeah, I sprinted, mate, flat out.
Yeah, no, it was good. I think I seen after the game, everyone just kind of ran over and then everyone kind of runs on the field. And I think I seen my 64-year-old mum probably run faster than I did all season. So yeah, no, it was pretty impressive. Just everyone, to end the game like that, it's awesome to win. But yeah, I guess when you're nervous, yeah.
Yeah, it was the biggest feeling of relief though, knowing that we could have actually done it, I suppose being, the inaugural women's team for our club too, and going through undefeated, like you said earlier, that added pressure. So when it was all done and the siren had gone, just, instant relief and so much happiness.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I made this mistake with a couple of the Perth Football League clubs already. Now, I'm assuming that you actually got the banner or the flag and not the cup. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, a flag.
Tell us, who was the first one to get it? And I'm assuming that all you had a chance to hold the flag.
Carla wasn't she? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carla and our coach Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a blur.
But then it got passed around everyone. I think we all posed for a few photos.
Yeah, I was going to say there was definitely a lot of poses struck with the flag in the change rooms and on the field, and it got passed around for sure.
Even in the club rooms when we went back.
Yeah.
Now, where is that flag currently at the moment, and in what condition is it in right now?
I'd say it would probably still be in pristine condition, and I think at the club will be getting it framed and put up on the wall. So we've got our medal night tomorrow night, so hopefully it's made its way to the wall, or if not, it's not too far off.
Now, I can see that you've got your medals around your necks, which I'll get all of you to show it for our amazing viewers.
Oh, wrong way.
Didn't want to wear a jumper, and now she's got the medal on the wrong way.
Now, the question I want to ask all four of you is, how long did you wear your medals for, and did any of you sleep with it?
No, I don't think I can do that.
Not this year. No, we
slept in it, but the next day we went for lunch, and I think we all had them with us, and then we went out the day after and still had them with us. So they got carried around a fair while.
Our silly Sunday, mad Monday, and I'm not sure what you call Tuesday progressed well into the week. So
I've only just recovered, I reckon, and I only went
they definitely got a good showing around Midland, which is where we were, I guess.
Now, let's talk a bit about the team itself. Tell us a couple of players in your team that had a great year, and you can't include yourselves.
I mean, it's hard to pick out any one person. I feel like we all had really good years, whether it's just the girls who have played, seasons in the past, or it was their first year, we all kind of came together and we all kind of brought something to the table. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, if you've got anyone in particular.
Yeah, we were pretty lucky. Obviously every team has their standards, but we're pretty lucky that even when we were missing some of those more, the more progressed players, that we sort of still stuck it together. And like Liv said, everyone brought each their own thing to the table. So I think we had a pretty balanced team. Shame that Peskid couldn't be on here today, because obviously she was a standout on grand final day, and yeah.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I think it helps we have a really strong leadership team as well, and that they pretty much just led us the whole season, so we're pretty lucky.
Tell us a bit about your Premiership coach.
Oh, he's amazing. It turns out he probably started harder than all of us after grand final day.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed. Best partier in the team.
I think that was what we were all thinking then when they mentioned Sammy's. Do we or do we not mention grand final day?
We'll just leave it at that. No, but Sam was amazing this year, I think, to take us all on and to be so patient and to really sort of balance between, like I said, having players who are, more progressed and have played before, and then having girls that have never played, even sport in their whole life, to find that balance of, I guess, teaching and the more progressed players not being bored, is perfect, really. And he believed in us 100% the whole entire time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He did a great job.
Yeah.
I don't know how one bloke coping with some nights, 23 women, and then emotions and things like that. It's, it's a whole nother game, I suppose, as opposed to coaching a blokes team, I guess.
Yeah, no, he done well, and a variety of ages too. Going from young, young players through to, I guess, the seniors. I think he handled it really well. So, and I think he thought he was slick too with his little coaching moves that he done, and he done well, I thought. Yeah.
So talk a bit about all your footy journeys. Where did it all start, and why did you choose it?
I guess I'll start. I kind of fell into it. One of the girls I knew, I've played sport with in the past, she was playing for Perth Angels. So I started there and played just one season there, and I had a few years off and then came back last year to play for another club. But when Swan started up their team this year, it's a lot closer to home. So I wanted to give it a go, and I really don't regret it. So I've played about 3 years and I love it. It's the best sport ever.
Yeah, so I'm probably at the older end of the team, and this was my first year playing. I kind of definitely fell into it. It was one night at the sporting club and a few pints later and discussion about a women's team that was about to kick off. And I've always been sort of involved in footy in my younger years. I coached an under-9s team in the country and did a lot of coaching for Auskick and things like that. So, but obviously being a little bit older, we didn't have footy programs and things like that for girls through school. So it was not something that I'd ever actually tried my hand at. So this year was my first year and I loved it. I gave up netball this year and now I'm playing footy.
So similar to Liv actually, so this had been my 3rd season playing footy, and obviously first season for Swan because it's the first year that we've had a team. But yeah, obviously not being from Australia, I definitely didn't grow up playing AFL. So for me, I actually just went down to do some fitness one night at the club that I originally played for, and I always said, I'm not going to play. There's no way I'm going to play AFL. It's too rough. And I was just going to go down there for training just to try and get some fitness. And then as soon as I started playing, I just loved it. And I've not looked back since. So.
Yeah, probably, no exciting stories from my part either. I guess I just grew up watching it. I remember I'm probably like Gemma, I'm in the older group. So when I was in primary school, that was many moons ago, but there wasn't programs and stuff like that. But I've always watched my partner for the last 10 years and coached him from the sidelines. And I think one time his sister's team was short of players. So he challenged me to give it a go instead of talking a good game. But and I kicked 3 goals that day. So that was about 3 years ago. And been playing since. So proved him wrong.
Now you all mentioned right at the start what position you all played on the field. If you had a preferred position where you like to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
With my fitness levels this year, I've been pretty happy with fullback. I'm quite happy to stay down there.
Yeah,
I don't really
my athletic ability.
Yeah, I enjoy playing ruck. Like I've been put in the forward line, been put in the back line. And I think like playing ruck is sort of where like I kind of found my feet a little bit more and became like a little bit more comfortable playing the game. But I don't know. I'm happy to go wherever really and try it out.
Yeah, I think there was one game this year that we had it in the bag pretty early and we were winning by quite a bit. So for the last quarter, Sammy just kind of moved us around and let us all play in different positions that we wouldn't usually play in. But to be fair, like there's probably, with a couple of exceptions, most people kind of play where they enjoy, because I think like Sammy's pretty good at being able to make people's positions work for them. So I'm the same. Like I personally love playing on the wing and can't think of a position I particularly want to play more than that.
Yeah, no, but I think he put me in the back line that day and I didn't like that. Didn't want to defend. wanted to go back to the goal square.
It was a safe place.
Yeah.
I had one crack in the forward, but when my goal only just made it over the line, I think that was enough for me.
Any highlights throughout all 4 your football journeys?
It's been a pretty, like we said earlier, the season's been, it took a while to get here and then it just went so quickly. I think my whole season was a highlight, to be honest. I had a ball, our club culture, our team, game day. I don't think I could, myself, could personally narrow it down to one sort of thing. I think this year's just been a great year in general for us and what we've been able to achieve.
I was just going to say, I think like the obvious answer would probably be like the grand final, but to be honest, like for me personally, I think actually that first game that we played, like being the first time the club's had a women's team and then like being part of that first game played as Swan Ath's women team, I think it was so special, like to actually be involved in that and the girls really getting amongst each other and then to get a win on that first day and then kind of lead ourselves into the season. Like personally for me, I'd say that's kind of just equally as special as the grand final.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the grand final, but yeah, I don't know if you can beat a goal after on grand final. So I'm pretty much good now. But yeah, just to win the whole thing, especially when you go 3 undefeated, like there's probably a bit more pressure on you too. Yeah. So just getting the win with girls that, you know, we all get along, we all have a good laugh. So, you know, that was probably it. Yeah.
Now, what does the sport of footy mean to all four of you, and especially being there at Swan Athletic?
Oh, look, I grew up in the country, and you know, sporting clubs in the country are really like close knit and tight. So I haven't had that club culture probably for quite some time. I've lived in the city for over 10 years now, and this is the first time that I've gone back to that kind of close knit club culture. And the whole thing's just been really enjoyable. I like that sort of community. I've always watched footy growing up, and it's just been, for me, it's sort of been a really great this year to just be able to play it, give it a go, and get to the end of the year without an injury, I suppose, and be able to probably hopefully play again next year.
Yeah.
I think like, yeah, pretty much Jem sort of hit the nail on the head. Like, I think this year is extra special, just being in like a club that is so welcoming, and like you don't just have teammates, you've got a family surrounding you. And I think no matter whether we would have won or lost the grand final, or if we lost every single game, I probably would have come out of it being just as grateful to be a part of the club and just as happy. Obviously it's it's great that you win, but it's also like I've made so many friends this season, and I just, I wouldn't change it for a thing, really.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, again, coming back to the fact that it's kind of new to the club to have a women's team, was probably a little bit daunting when we first went down to like that Thursday night training and saw just how big the club was and how many like teams there is, to then kind of be like an add-on to that and be the newbies. But it didn't take us long till we were taking over the nights that we were having at the club. So they seemed like we were so welcomed in. It just like kind of felt like we'd been there forever.
Yeah. Do you want me to answer? Well, they've answered it for me. It's good. I think I used to, about 20 years ago, go and watch my brother-in-law at Swan every Saturday. So I was playing in the Bunbury League, which is about a 2-hour drive from Perth last year. So when we decided to play a bit closer to home, like I knew Swan was probably going to be the team straight away, because I spent most of my childhood there watching family play. So it's, as the girl said, it's been very welcoming, and it's like I just want to have laughs. Obviously want to win, but I want to have some laughs, and I get to do that, so that's good.
Any future ambitions in the sport of footy?
If I can get through a season without like my body breaking down, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm with Kel on that one. I'm definitely probably getting up there. So if I can make it through without an injury, I'm pretty happy, I reckon.
That's it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm just going to continue to play for Swanath for as long as I can and see where I guess it takes us and the team. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, same here. I think for me personally, it's never really going to be a career, but we certainly have some young girls on our team that really do show like some potential there, that they could go somewhere within like the football world. So like all the best for them, but I think it'll always be a hobby for myself. Yeah,
and it's good to watch those younger girls as well, knowing that they could definitely, if they wanted to, probably progress. They've definitely got the skill. Some of the girls,
What will be your advice to our listeners and viewers in Perth that should get down to Swan Athletic for the 2021 season?
Oh, just do it, honestly. If you have any thought in your mind that you want to have a crack at footy, or have a go or change teams to a club that's really inclusive and welcoming, just do it. I think I spent the first half of, 3 weeks prior to pre-season talking myself out of playing. But, just do it. Just give it a crack. Even if you're a person that hasn't done it, just do it. It's worth it.
I think it's a perfect club, to come down, whether you've played before or you haven't played before, like everyone is so beautiful and so welcoming, and like we love to have new people, and like I said, I've made so many friends and I'm happy to meet more people. I'm we're so welcoming, and It's just so much fun, really, at the end of the day, win or lose. It's great.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky because the skill level's so varied through our team as well. So experience levels along with that, so that no one kind of needs to be like feel worried about coming or scared about turning up and not knowing what they're doing. Because like Liv said before, we had girls this year that kind of never played footy before, didn't even know the rules how to play. And some of those girls played in the grand final. So
yeah, not much more to add. The girls have said it. Just get down there. And come and have a game.
Now, for everyone there in WA who have no idea where your home ground is, whereabouts is your home ground for people that should get down there?
So we're located in the Swan Valley, just off Great Northern Highway in Herne Hill. So we've got a nice little spot there in the oasis of Perth, I suppose you'll call it, wine region. Good little watering hole, our club room as well. So yeah, no, it's good.
Now, let's finish up with a couple light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moments on the field this season, and what was it?
And so probably Ricky. She had a night out the night before, and I think she thought she was good to play the next day, and didn't realise it was going to affect her. And I just remember her gathering the ball on the half forward line. And she was just smiling at me, and I was thinking, you're going to get caught. And, she just got tackled. And I think after that, she thought, I've got to go off for a bit.
Who's the comedian in the team?
Oh, I feel like we've got a fair few, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say Kel for sure.
Kel, boss lady in the corner there, Kel,
Beck's a good laugh as well. She's a mad one.
Beck, Longley.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Longley sisters, Beck and Meg, bloody hilarious.
Yeah. But everyone's pretty quick-witted, and we all like to give each other a bit of slack and stuff.
A bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to kind of take a joke because we'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Any good singers and dancers we should know about?
I was going to say Mel's dance moves. Notable. I mean, let's just say it's very unique style of dancing. So,
and there's a lot of rappers.
Oh yeah, all the young girls.
Yeah, I've heard some music this year that I didn't even know existed. So I've definitely
just
I've definitely been educated by the young. Hey.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jem for singers though. She's a big fan of a solo country.
Jem.
I'm a one-hit wonder.
Last home karaoke moment.
One-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But no, the young girls, they've got some tunes. Actually, Liv, I should include you in that because I'm pretty sure that's half your playlist. But I thought I was pretty cultured music-wise. Like I think I've got a pretty
I agree.
Good variety.
I heard some new words and everything.
And then I was definitely well and truly educated on our 2 bus trips, I think, this year.
Who had the most embarrassing moment off the field, considering that you had celebrations afterwards for the Premiership? Who had the most embarrassing moment off the field, as long as it's appropriate for radio?
The coach.
I was going to say.
He fell asleep too early.
Yeah, Sammy went to bed when, I was going to say Dooper Dog, but none of you probably know what Dooper Dog was. Actually, he went to bed before Dooper Dog. He was out before the sun went down, so.
Yeah.
He got a bit excited.
And when we say bed, we just mean a bench outside the club, not actually go home to bed. So
I think, as much as we promised him we'd say good stuff, I think he takes the cake, maybe.
Yeah, I think there was not only Sam, but there was a fair few of us that had a few too many and had a bit of a good time at all the social events that were held this year. So
And we get to relive it every Thursday night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
I know if when teams win premierships, they'd go on to like Silly Sunday and Mad Monday and so on. And they do costumes in those sort of things to celebrate. Did your team do something like that? And what did you come as?
So I suppose our celebrations were a little bit not disjointed this year, but we obviously won the premiership on the Saturday, and the boys didn't play their final series till after us. So I think we had big plans to do sort of a silly Sunday with costumes, but then we couldn't all attend. So we definitely celebrated Saturday night, I guess, did silly Sunday and continued sort of Monday, Tuesday, like I said late before. And then we actually did a combined, ours is called a wake, with the boys at the end of the season, which was a dress up. So we had a good variety of costumes. I was like, what did I go as? Tweedledee. One of our other girls, we did Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So yeah.
I liked Kel's costume the best.
Yeah, Kel's was classic.
Oh yeah. I went as I think I'm the oldest in the team. So I went as a big baby. So yeah.
Yeah, and I went as the opposite. I went as a grandma.
Yeah, they were good. That was pretty funny. Charlotte, where were you?
I missed the wake. So I know. So this the one thing that if we are telling people to come down to the club, it is very social and there's events often. I think this year we had a full season's worth of events crammed into a very short season. So it felt like we were doing something every single weekend. But I regret so much, but I was away, so I actually missed the wake. So I'm spewing. I saw lots of photos and I had to take myself off Instagram for the night because I was so jealous seeing everyone having such a good time.
Charlotte, obviously, I wasn't going to mention this, but obviously most of our listeners and viewers would hear that. Obviously, you sound British. Now I have to ask you: do any of your teammates make fun of your accent?
A fair bit. And then I think it was maybe the week before grand final, we were at training and we were talking through a drill and I was speaking to Shannon and she turned around to me and she said, "Do you have an accent?" And I said, "Jesus Christ, how have we gotten to the last game of the season before you've realised this?" And she said, "Oh my God." She's like, "I always thought you were Australian." I was like, "Geez, we got right through to the end there." But I think that it's just the odd thing that I'll say. I think when I'm on the field, I must try and put on an Aussie accent because otherwise people won't understand what I'm saying.
Have you tried to get any of your teammates to do your amazing accent, and how's that traveling?
No, I'll be honest, I've not actually approached that idea. I'd love to see them give it a shot though. I know I've seen some pretty shonky Northern English accents through my time in Australia, so I'd love for them to have a go.
I feel like I try sometimes just with certain things you say, but yeah.
Yeah, there's been a fair bit of mimicking going on.
No, I said I wouldn't even attempt it. Accents are not my deal.
Now, of course, I've got to finish up with this last two questions, which is: do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
I wear my same undies every single game day.
Yeah.
I wash them obviously in between. But, but yeah, I have to wear the same undies because I'm certain that we would lose if I changed the undies that I wear.
Yeah, mine's just a certain footy playlist in the car in the mornings, just because the footy playlist in the change rooms isn't really my jam. So I just listen to that in the morning when I go and get my coffee, feed my horses, and then on the way to footy, that's what's playing in my car. Same sort of 10 or 12 songs.
Yeah, so I've never really had anything previously, but this year I braided my hair on the first game of the season while we were getting our photos. And then when we won, that was it. Then I was kind of adamant that if I didn't braid my hair that we would lose. So I then had to braid my hair for the rest of the season, every single game without fail.
Yeah, I don't think it's superstitious, but I think I just run out last most of the time, but I don't know if that's deliberate or that I'm just
run out last.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you're last out for all season.
I feel like when we leave the rooms, I'm always, or everything we do, I'm always last.
Yeah. Or everything, Kelly is always last.
I don't think that's on purpose.
Nah. So I don't know. But no superstition or anything like that. Nah, I'm good.
Now we'll finish off with this one last one. Now we mentioned about, I know with all the footy clubs that I interview, obviously they have this fine system that goes towards a footy trip. Has that happened this year?
Yeah. So Thursday, the fines get given out, and that's like across the board with the whole club, so boys and girls included. And that money kind of went back into the wake that we had to celebrate the end of the season.
So following up from that question then, have either you copped a fine, and what was it for?
I think I copped a fine, like the first one I got was like during the jumper presentations. I think I was the only one holding my jumper around the wrong way. So that was one of them. I can't remember what the rest were.
Yeah, I got one for on a night out because we went to the bar and ordered a round of tequilas, and while everyone else was taking theirs, I passed mine off to someone else because I couldn't take it, and then they dobbed me in and gave me a fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a couple this year, but probably the most embarrassing or notable one was we had a bit of a party at our house, and it got posted on like the community Facebook notice board. So my neighbours weren't overly happy about it. So it was a little bit embarrassing, and that was what my fine was for this year, amongst a few other things. But yeah.
Kel, did you get fined for anything?
Nah, no, because they would have known I probably want to pay it up. Nah, no fine for me. I don't know. Do you have any serial fine getters?
Yeah, Meg was the one that racked up most, I think, from women's.
That's what I thought. Yeah. She took them for me, thank goodness.
Now, a two-part question to follow up from that is, number one, is doing this radio interview, will this be part of a fine system? And number two, what was the silliest ever fine that someone got dished out?
Oh, I don't even know if you could narrow down some of the silliness that pops out of
it's pretty
Chicken's
bad
mouth on a Thursday night. I don't know. There's so many every Thursday night that we always get a bit of a giggle.
Yeah,
I don't know, and we should be pretty safe as long as no one sees this, I reckon.
We post it in a separate group, not in the main football club chat, so it's fine. No one even knows about it.
So just don't tag us.
Yeah.
We'll try not to. I was going to say, if you do, we'll pay for your fine.
Thank you.
So kind.
Well, all for you. Thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. It's awesome having you on the show. Congratulations on winning the Premiership and this year, and especially going through undefeated. I think you were one of two teams that actually finished the season undefeated compared to all the other teams that went through to the grand final undefeated and all lost. Well done, congratulations, and can't wait to hopefully come over to WA once everything all opens up, and hopefully come and watch his in action in 2021.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Will.
No No worries. And that's Olivia, Kelly, Charlotte, and Jen. They're joins from the Swan Athletic women's football team. Of course, we won the Premiership about a month ago. Of course, if you want to get down there, of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can go about getting involved down there at Swan Athletic. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on Lockdown Friday.